Hello, my name is Evan McCarthy. I'm an attorney with Legal Action of Wisconsin, and we are partnering with Law for Learners for a presentation on some basics for emotional support animal rights in Wisconsin. You might be wondering what an emotional support animal is. An emotional support animal, or an ESA, is also called a companion or an assistance animal. There is no specific or special training required for an animal to be an ESA, but it is typically not trained to perform tasks for an individual like a service animal would be. There is no certification or registry required for an animal to be an emotional support animal. There are requirements for owning an emotional support animal. Typically, that will involve documentation from a medical provider. If you are a tenant and your landlord has questions about an emotional support animal, you would need to provide documentation to your landlord. Usually, you will need to have a disability, and the animal must be a medical necessity for your disability. You have some rights related to emotional support animals. You have the right to an ESA if you have a disability and the animal is medically necessary. You shouldn't be charged any fees by a landlord related to an emotional support animal. When you're talking to your landlord about your emotional support animal, you do not need to reveal your disability, and it does not need to be trained to perform any specific tasks. Landlords can deny a request related to an emotional support animal, but they need to provide very specific reasoning. If you have more questions about some of your rights or other questions related to emotional support animals, you can check out some additional resources, including at lawforlearners.com, the Tenant Resource Center at tenantresourcecenter.org, and the statutes, the legislative provisions related to emotional support animals, which can be found at the Wisconsin Legislature's website. As always, if you have any other questions, whether it's related to emotional support animals or other legal questions related to the state of Wisconsin, you can contact Law for Learners at lawforlearners.com.